And Rising Beautiful Souls, my name's Angie, and I am an energy reader. We are going to go ahead and do a pick-up pile because let me tell you, this retrograde season, the astrology is looking a little bit rough, and it is going to affect all of us, but on very different levels. So, let's go ahead, pick a deck. We've got Dreams of Gaia, Starseed Oracle, and Angels and Ancestors. Go ahead, take some time. Pick the first pile that screams to you, that jumps out to you. If you'd like to pick more than one, you are more than welcome. Timestamps will be down below, and I will see you there. Well, hello, pile one. All right. First and foremost, let's call our angels and ancestors in to please protect us. Please be with us. And please help my words to ring true and help those that are watching in one way or another. Give them the guidance they seek. All right. One, we're going to do 3, 2. These cards are so big for my hand. And 3. All right, well, that's the way it is. So we've got Death and Rebirth. This is for our current energy, overall energy. This is what's going to be blocking us, getting in our way, and what can help us through this situation. So we have Death and Rebirth. We have the Ace of Fire in reverse, and we have the Queen of Water. All right, we're going to go ahead and start there. All right, so for Death and Rebirth, this is number 8. And it is a complete remake. It's a makeover of your life at this point in time, of your journey. It's about letting go of the past. It's about, the future being unknown at this point in time, So it's about, it symbolizes the cycles in life, the cycles of change, because we do go through cycles. And like I was talking about the astrology, we are in this time of change where we are going from one era to another, one energy to a completely different energy. So that bridge in the middle is going to feel very awkward and uncomfortable. But change is uncomfortable. It's not meant to be comfortable. It's about, the thing is that we've got to let go of the past. In order to move forward, you have to be able to face whatever it is that has happened in your past. Okay? We've been doing the review. We've been doing the work. And right now, that's the overall energy, is a huge transformation over the next couple of months. It's about stripping all of that, all of those energies that you just don't like, that make you feel sad and uncomfortable. And if we're not sure what it is, then that's what this is about. It's going to help you to shed your skin so you can see the radiant being underneath. But that shedding is going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable, right? And there is no moving forward in life. The scenery may change, sure, but the energy is going to stay the same unless you shed the skin, unless you come to terms and accept what the past is. It's not about letting go. It's about acceptance. It's about accepting and then taking what you learned. What did you learn from the past, from your mistakes? If you've got regrets, then what have you learned from that? What has that regret taught you? What have the mistakes in life taught you? That's what this card is about. And when you start facing those things, going face to face, looking in the mirror, taking responsibility for your part in things, and understanding where you can, or how you can move forward differently, in a different way, or do things differently next time, right? This is learning your lessons, acceptance, life is cycles. There are two things that every single one of us will always have in common. And that is life and death. There's no escaping that. That's what it is. And everything in between is a lesson. Take the knowledge. Take the wisdom. It's beyond knowledge. Knowledge is something you read in a book. Wisdom is something you learn through death and rebirth, through living life. All right? Now, what is blocking you? We've got the Ace of Fire in the reverse. The Ace of Fire is all about new creation, about birthing creation. It's about the web of life, of how one thing leads to another. And out of, the series of events comes this beautiful creation. This is about breathing that air. Even though this is fire, you've got to have that air, energy, that flow to keep that fire burning. You can't just let it burn out or water it down with your tears. You will, you may get through this end of it through releasing, through tears. It's actually extremely healthy to release in that way. A person that cries all night is a much happier person in the morning. I truly feel that. And only when it builds up, comes out, and you're facing it, not because somebody makes you cry all night, okay? Either way, until there is acceptance here, there will be no new creations, which is okay, because at this point in time, in the next couple of months, it's not the best time to make big changes or to change what you've already been doing. This is review. We're reviewing what goals have you been working towards over the last couple of years. What goals did you have that you really wanted to stick to? Something's blocking it from flowing, from blooming and coming into creation. The Queen of Water, she's all about that flow. She is about that creation. She is, the wisdom that leads to creation. She understands that flow. Very abundant energy. This whole thing right here is telling you that the only way to move forward in your life, the only way that you're going to have that sense of relief and feeling as if you are on your correct path, is when you choose to accept what has been, what has happened, what has come of, what lessons you've learned, what the past has been. Other than that, there's no moving forward. But when you get to that point, right? When you start accepting, then we can start looking at creating again. But how are we going to do that? What's going to help this turn around is the Queen of Water. It's about trusting in your senses, about trusting your feelings, your gut instincts. Gotta look beyond the surface, right? Because if you're just looking at the surface, you will never see the Queen of Water. She's in the depths of the sea. The source of that creation. She's also, that's the other thing about the Queen of Water. She is a very radiant energy, a very, what's the word I'm looking for? She's a bright, positive, happy, energy, meaning that it's a very positive outcome. This whole thing it's a very positive outcome. I know I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, right? I'm looking for my words still. I'm trying to see what other way I can phrase this. She represents a very good outcome to whatever it is you're going through at this point in time. If you can start accepting, you can start learning and taking from the past and then letting the past go. Let it go after you take the lessons you need, right? If you can start doing that, then this whole energy will completely turn around. Let's see, what else can help get to this Queen of Water energy? What will help get to this Queen of Water energy? Okay, so we've had some broken hearts, some betrayal. We've had people stabbing you in the back, and if it's not that way, then someone's been dishonest. Okay, somebody hasn't been honest. They've been very manipulative, not loyal in any sense, and you know, betrayal doesn't have to necessarily mean that relationship, like someone cheated on me. It can very simply mean that you trusted somebody with something. You know, you had belief and faith in somebody, and they broke that, right? Or perhaps somebody feels you did that to them. Either way, there was no communication. There was a complete mess. It was a complete fight. And actually, I think it was silence. I think it was more silence. I think that if there was any communication, it was all over the place. And it was a lot of silence. The silent treatment. And there's something there that just, your heart bleeds. There's something that you just are having a really hard time letting go of. Whether it was you hurting somebody or somebody else hurting you. There was no communication. The fights were very sporadic, all over the place. Wow. The things got dropped. Things were falling. Wow, it was a very hidden fall, I see. That card just disappeared. What's going on here? Somebody just disappeared? Oh, you thought you were trying to envision your future with somebody? There was a future that was headed towards. It was as if dreams were talked about, or a project, opening a business. There was something that was discussed, and it was like this dream was built together, and somebody didn't hold to their end. The lack of communication, the lack of organization, the lack of loyalty in the situation, the lack of keeping to one's words completely blocked this whole thing. So when you can move past this situation, when you can look back on it and say, what am I learning from it? That is when you will be able to get to this beautiful Queen of Water energy. Okay? I hope this helped. And I send you much love. I know it's not easy, but, you know, facing it is, and taking whatever lessons you can from it is the best outcome. And it will actually be a very good, positive outcome. It's a very great outcome. So, I mean, things are flowing. You're abundant. This is flow, abundance, intuition. This is a very beautiful, bright outcome. Shed that skin. All right. Much love. Peace. Hello, pile number 2. Hope you're all doing wonderful today. All right, angels and ancestors, be with us now. Help to bring a reading that is true and pure. Help me to guide those that come across this video and watch. All right, pile 2. We're going to go ahead with the overall energy that we're dealing with. First and foremost, overall energy for the next few months. Overall energy for the next few months. All right. We have We the Hearthers. Deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. This is about creation, life. All right. What is blocking this? Heareth in the reverse. Longing for home, homesick for the stars. And how can we, what advice do you have? What can we do to get through this situation? Whale and Orca Elder. Share your song, your frequency of sound, diving deep. This is pretty neat. Interesting. Very, very interesting. All right. So first we've deep love, mother's milk, birth is a portal. Birth is a portal that ushers in new life. The Harris are here to remind you that you're a child of the cosmic mother and you're being called to be held by her deep, never-ending love and embrace. This is a tender, nourishing card to remind you to receive the deep, deep love of the mother's embrace. Gaias, the Harris know that the journey on earth can be rocky and lonely at times, but you're being reminded to rest more deeply in the mother's arms. This is a card of extreme potency, of fertility, of creation, and of birth. You're being called to mother yourself and others too, to surrender to your sacred femininity, to create and surrender to your own creations, to hold and be held. You're being called to remember your place in the web of life and to realize that the cosmic mother is watching you every step of the way. You may be going through a transition right now, moving from one way of being to another. If so, you're being reminded that you're called or you're cradled in a sacred container, that you're more held than you can possibly imagine, and you have access to more love than your heart can bear. If you're struggling in any way, you're being reassured that things will work out. Open yourself to receiving the overflowing love of the cosmic mother, flooding toward you from every direction. Let it stretch your heart. Right? And the starseed activation for this card, place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. I allow the deep love of the cosmic mother to wash over me. I'm loved. I'm held. Again, you can go ahead and pause this if needed. Try to get the card in the frame here. Right. Again, I allow the deep love of the cosmic mother to wash over me. I'm loved. I'm held. I'm loved. I'm held. Sounds like quite the transformation going on, and seems like there is a deep pit of not feeling like you belong, not feeling loved or recognized or seen or appreciated or heard. Asking yourself, just why bother? What difference does it make? But you're being asked to remember, when you're sitting here longing for home, feeling like you're homesick for the stars, you're being asked to remember that you are born of the stars. You are part of creation. There's part of this entire series of events that is called life. There's a point to it. And we may not know that point. Maybe one day we'll be blessed enough to have our eyes open to it. But at this point in time, it's a matter of trusting and reaching out and asking the cosmic mother, Earth, to wrap you in her arms and to just let you release. Remember, walking barefoot outside, if you're able, is one of the best ways to ground yourself and to release a lot of that energy that is dark and doesn't feel right, is negative, is built up from other people's energy of, throwing it on you. It's like a good shake off of your aura, of your energetic body. Going out barefoot 15 minutes is very revitalizing, so, but be in the moment as you walk. Think about what senses are you feeling on your feet. How does it feel? That's very important. So, all right, we've got the Harith here. I'm sure I'm saying these wrong, but it's such a beautiful deck. So, all right, so this is longing for home. This is homesick. Harith is a Welsh word that's difficult to translate, but it refers to a certain longing or homesick, a yearning for home, for a home or a place to which we cannot return. This is unexplainable, unshakable, longing for home is common in starseeds and old souls. Perhaps you've had it since birth. For some, it's a distant memory of a planet, galaxy, or star system in the universe that their soul remembers and yearns to return. A place that may or may not have existed, according to us Earthlings. Also, a place that may have experienced more than Earth, like as it's outside of our solar system, unrecognizable, right? You can't find it. Seeking. For others, it's a longing for the unity of Source, a remembering of interconnected oneness. My God. This yearning can lead some starseeds to travel, searching all corners of the planet to find a physical place that feels more like home. For others, it can manifest as a need to find home in people, communities, and relationships. A journey to find somewhere they truly belong. If you resonate with this yearning for home, but don't really know where home is, you're being invited to remember that your soul chose to be on Earth. You're being called to fully commit to embodying your life. You're being reassured that you didn't come here alone, and that your soul consciously decided to experience what it's like to be a soul in a human body on this planet at this time. You're being called to anchor all of your presence, your personality, your soul, and your spirit in the here and now, to fully commit to living this life right now, to commit to putting 2 feet completely in. The Starseed Soul Inquiry. How can you commit more fully to your life? That is the question that this card would like to ask. This is the question you're being asked. And I think that this question will oftentimes help you to move forward. How can you be more present in your life? How can you embody and be included? How can this be your life more? You're being asked to fully embody the mission that you chose. Because any starseed that is here at this time consciously signed up for this mission. And there are times, many times, where many starseeds, if not all, feel lost, feel like nothing's working out, and feel like they just want to go home. Screw this, I didn't know what I was signing up for. I'm out. However, that's usually right. This feeling is usually right when you're about to break through. It's a dark way of making sure you don't reach it to that next level, that next bit of awareness, right? So keep that in mind, okay? All right, we have Well and Orca Elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, and diving deep. All right, give me 1 second. All right, we've got Well and Orca Elders. This is the Well and Orca Elders are benevolent cosmic beings here to anchor a frequency of love onto the planet, to harmonize it with their song. As they weave around the oceans, they do so much more than any of us know. Their physical presence affects Earth's magnet field, and their harmonics call us to wake up and remember our own soul's song, our own soul's mission. Looking into the eye of a whale is something you will never forget. Whales see into your very being, and in an instant, you're changed forever. They see beyond the physical, the wanderings, the identity, the personality, the story. They see right into your soul. If you pull this card, you're being called to surrender to your deepest truth and share it with potency, to bow to who you truly are. to stretch your heart wide, wide enough to hold it all, to leave your fears, your doubts, and your baggage at the door, to question any part of you that doesn't feel good enough. The Whale and Orca elders want you to give others the privilege of seeing who you truly are, and for you to see the same in other beings, to drop your hang-ups and personality flaws and get busy revealing the unique note your soul came here to sing. Allow the song that echoes in the 4 chambers of your heart to emanate in all 4 directions. Peel back the layers of suffering and pain and reveal to others your soul's true song, and endeavor to see the soul of all those you meet. Starseed Soul Inquiry, to ask yourself, how are you being called to share your soul's unique song? That's a pretty clear reading to me. I don't know that I need to bring any other cards out. What I'm hearing here is a lot of surrender. It truly is about surrendering and accepting who you are. Letting go of the ego and not your entire ego, because ego can sometimes drive a person in the right ways. It's when it gets too strong and takes over and is imbalanced and everything is out of whack that the ego is not a good thing. However, we are all different. We are all unique. We are all puzzle pieces that create a masterpiece when placed together, right? But without that one missing piece, it's just not a masterpiece. It just doesn't flow. It just doesn't look right. It looks like there's something missing, right? So the only way this works is if we all embrace that unique, beautiful side of our soul, of what we truly are, that authentic person, that authentic soul, that authentic energy, that authentic note, song, that radiates and is who you truly are, whether you are in a human body or not. It's who you are. Before any of the programming kicked in, before society started telling you what you were supposed to be, who are you? Embrace it. Surrender. Shine. You were chosen for a beautiful mission. You were offered this beautiful mission and you chose to accept. So let's embrace it, because other than surrender, the other thing I'm getting from this is that unhappy feeling. Just that unhappy feeling of just that depressed, if I give up, it is just all too much. Like I just can't take it. That's when you reach out and you know that you're being embraced by all the beautiful energies that are right around you that you cannot see. We're seeing in this dimension. Doesn't mean that we're not overlapping dimensions or energies. Doesn't mean, it's just a place that may not be visible, but it can be felt. It can definitely be felt. And it can be heard once you feel it. Right? All right. Anything else that is getting in the way of this sadness? Letting go. Surrendering. What is in the way of this surrendering moment? Anything else? Anything else? Strength. Yeah. I don't think you realize the strength you have within yourself. And I don't mean physical strength. I mean strength of just being who you are, of that balance that you can hold. You can definitely hold this balance. Right? It's a flow, it's a balance, it's kind of like a give and take too, It's like you are being given this beautiful energy, this beautiful assignment. Your soul has this beautiful frequency to it. So share that. Share that. Because it will come back, right back to you tenfold. It will come right back to you. And that is how you get through this. Is you take that strength, you take that inner strength, that moment, and just do it. Move forward. move what you're called towards. Whatever you are called towards, go towards it. You have so much wisdom inside that soul of yours, right? And you can share it. The more you share it, the more you will be able to spread your wings and fly, right? That's what it is. It's the courage. You just got to recognize that own inner strength of yours, and you'll be golden. You'll be good to go. All right. So there it is. Surrender, my loves. Surrender and recognize the beauty within your own cosmic soul. Much love. Ooh, I was excited to get to this deck. It's been a minute since I've used it, and one of my favorite decks. Just really hits. All right, angels, ancestors, be with us now. Help protect this reading and all those that view it. Help me to, through a reading that is divine and true, and helps guide those that are here to view it. All right, we're going to go with the overall theme and energy that we're dealing with. Overall theme and energy that is going on at the moment. A couple of things, but we're going to focus on the bigger thing. One thing at a time. Okay. All right. And what is getting in the way here? What is getting in the way? We're not trusting our instincts, are we? Nope. We're not listening to that inner self that is screaming at you. Oh, you are being guided, my friend. All right, we also have what's getting in the way. Shaman Master. Be graceful in movement and action. Right, and what can they do to better the situation? What can they do to remedy the situation and move forward? Can help them to move forward in this situation. Trust your instincts. Oh, they got a lot to say. There's so much here, isn't there? We're going to go with the very top, which is Medicine Mother. Medicine Mother. All right. Oh, these are in the reverse. See from the higher's perspective. Good Lord. My goodness, these cards have they've got a lot to say. It's been a minute. All right. We're going to turn all these around for you. All right. So stay. Trust and thrive. I really don't feel like... you know, that could be the water, oh my goodness, that could be the problem right there, is that we're just not listening to what our beautiful, beautiful inside is screaming at us. That intuition. All right, the stag is one of the warrior symbols, one of the warrior cards. The message from this is come alive and thrive. Stand in your light and glory with grace and I can't say it. Majestic. Wow, Ange. Majestical. Be beautiful and graceful and stand in all your divineness is what this is saying. Shine bright. All right. The stag card brings graceful and powerful medicine into your life. In the Celtic traditions, the stag, with his crown of antlers, is known as the king of the forest and is a totem that brings protection into challenging times. In the Native American traditions, he is greatly loved, for the stag and deer have provided food for the people and materials that have allowed them to create medicine items such as drums, rattles, and smudge fans. Although the stag has been hunted in the past, and still is, he has strength, dignity, and pizzazz. When this card arises, it can also represent fertility and sexuality. Maybe an opportunity to explore your sexual side. You're more freaky solid. Your what's the word I'm looking for here? Your yeah, that more intimate side of yourself, right? Maybe an opportunity, yeah, I said that, with your spiritual integrity supporting you on that journey, right? So this is like, if you're going to have relations with somebody, make sure that it's not making you feel weird, when you go home, like you're feeling bad about yourself. Make good decisions if you are going to have those kind of relations with anybody, any kind of intimate relations with anybody, right? Make sure that it's spirit, you've got that spiritual base to it, and that you're not turning your back on your own spiritual beliefs to just have a fun night, right? Because you're better than that. Don't you? Whoever you're around, you got to make sure they know your worth. But in order to do that, you have to know your worth. You need to know your worth, or nobody else is ever going to respect your worth, right? Remember, we're all in the reverse. So the extended message for this one is you have an opportunity to thrive. Trust in all that you have to offer, all your gifts, your strength and power, and make the most of it. You were born to lead, and this can only become reality when you are willing to put yourself in that position. Stag energy allows you to feel safe because the antlers keep away anything that could interfere with your intelligence and persistence. And their strength gives you the power to be agile in your thinking. You are being encouraged to retain your dignity and be proud of who you are and all that you've accomplished. This, in turn, will give you even more power to thrive. Onwards and upwards. So move forward in knowing that you're protected. If it's a fear of the public, embrace it. You have that protection to keep all that away from you, out of your space. If you choose to invite it in, that's the only way it's coming in. And I think that's what this is saying, is that all that negativity in your life is being invited in because you're not standing up and realizing how brilliant and beautiful and radiant you are. Male or female, I don't care, your gender, whatever it is, whatever it may be. I shouldn't. Anyways, so our blockage is the shaman master. Be graceful in movement and action. In other words, you're just perhaps not thinking through those movements. Maybe, perhaps, not quite thinking through things and just going for it. Yeah, and it's not the best of ways to go about certain things when we are on a mission and we're headed for a certain destination. If you've got a certain destination in mind, then the only way to make it through this is by being graceful and taking that action. Slow and steady. Breathe and flow. Take a gentler approach. The shaman master calls forth the ninja within. Shaman medicine is about learning to adapt to a situation and to tap into the energy running through your body and preserve it in order to release it at the right moment. It also teaches suitability because when you are too forceful, you use too much energy. And that may not be supportive of what you are working on. The shaman master, like a monk, has respect for all things. He is disciplined and guided by his art and will never use it to impress the foolish or to appear stronger than someone who is threatening him. You, too, are being invited to remain graceful in your movement, your choices, and actions. You are being guided to flow like water, blow like air, and connect with your purest intentions. Don't feel you need to rush ahead. A gentler approach will be more fruitful and rewarding. Move with suitability and grace. Reach high, but also ask yourself how you can move on with flow of life rather than pushing against it. Do you have the capacity to refocus your gaze at this time? Can you slow down or take more time to soften and breathe as you move forward? All of this will be incredibly beneficial for what happens next. You're being asked to review. It's the time of retrograde. Review, slow down. You are in no hurry. There is no bus you're going to miss. The more you tend to those pure intentions within yourself at this point in time, it's like tending to a fruit tree, tending to, the what is it, Orange Grove, whatever. Yeah, the fields, whatever it may be. Tending to your garden, tending to your houseplants, tending, right? Little by little. You water it all at once for the whole summer. Well, probably not going to last, right? The water's going to drain out. It's going to evaporate. It's not going to make it all summer. You have to do it little by little by little by little. Just when that dries up, you make sure it has that same flow at all times, that it's never too watery or too dry. And that's what you're being called to do. You don't have to force yourself in one area just because you are trying to force an outcome. Slow and steady, slow and steady. And it's not about winning a race, it's about tending to the fruit that you will eventually grow, right? So you may just get ahead by slowing down and really taking your purest thoughts, your purest feelings, your purest intentions, and putting those forth, right? All right, so what can help this situation is our medicine mother. Honor your inner knowing. Medicine mother is take action. Do what you know you need to do. Mother always knows best, they say. And it's true. Well, most of the time. We all know a maternal figure who's extremely intuitive and insightful. This mother, oh my goodness, but she cannot speak or read. Sorry. And this medicine mother has gone through many ups and downs. She has lived and she has lost. She knows what it's like to suffer and to want to give up. So the medicine of this card is that it's okay to make mistakes and get it wrong sometimes. And it's okay for things to come to an end. It's not the end of the world. It's just the end of one chapter and the beginning of something new. The medicine mother reminds you that even though you will have low lows, you aren't here to suffer. You're here to be supported and to support others. Let her give you the loving encouragement to take the next step forward. The extended message is there is an old pattern rising up in you now, and it's time to deal with it and release it for good. You're being encouraged to love and respect yourself enough to take the next steps you know you need to take to move closer to where you'd like to be. You already know the answers. You know what you need to do. You may have been using delaying tactics or holding back, but now you are being guided to take action. Action requires courage, but your angels and guides are bringing you the courage to move forward. Take just one step. When you do, the next step will be present to you. So if you're not exactly sure where you want to end up and all, one step at a time, and each time you take that step, not only will you feel like you are getting more guidance, but you are able to see a little more clearly of what the next step is, what the step after that might even be. Just don't get too ahead of yourself. All right, any other advice that can help this outcome, to help for a positive outcome? Anything else getting in the way? Go for it. All right, let's see what we got. Wow, isn't that something? I'm wondering how many of you watched another reading. Okay, so heartbreak, betrayal, you've had your heart smashed in, and this is good. This is rushing in. It's rushing in. Yes, you're getting everything in order, one step at a time. If you are going to take a tree, a log, and build a chair out of it, there's steps you have to take to have that outcome of a chair. If you just start cutting and gluing and nailing and doing whatever together, yeah, you might not want to sit on it in the end. It might be a little rough and uncomfortable. Yeah. So it's one thing at a time. If this is building a relationship, then take those small steps, right? Or it's going to result in the exact same way it has every other time. or in the past, right? Take these steps or you're going to fall back and have your heart hurt again. To me, this seems like, old habits in relationships and in intimate relationships. Old habits. Nah, this is somebody who didn't have that guidance, that feminine energy to guide and nurture and mother. Seems like it's lacking because there's a lack of self-respect. Not just anybody deserves you. You're beautiful inside, and you need to appreciate and see your worth, or nobody else is going to. This is your warning. You keep on with the old patterns. Keep going with the old patterns that you have used in the past, and it will result in the same heartbreak, the same betrayal. There's your warning. Nurturing energy. It's that mothering, nurturing energy that, that mothers, that loves, that gives, that find that within yourself, or reach out. So I'm worried, it worries me because when I see an outcome like this, it's like all the keys are here. It's all here. Everything you need to do, where you're going wrong is right here. It's that old pattern of not knowing your worth and just, thinking that you're going to have a fun night, getting too involved with someone, developing those feelings, and it's not reciprocated because it was gone about the wrong way, because it wasn't that self-worth, there wasn't that dignity, that pride when you went into that, right? So don't fall into those old habits because it will result in betrayal and heartbreak and dishonesty, and it won't be that solid foundation you're looking for, searching for. But you're protected. You've got so much guidance and protection, but it's like it's like it's almost like all these bad things that have happened to me, I must be cursed. But are you? Are you cursed? Are you super blessed and divine and just haven't recognized it yet? I'm going to go with B. I don't think you've recognized. You feel it. You can feel it inside of you. But you're worried about this heart, people hurting you again. But if you're going about it with all the right steps, one step at a time, planting your seeds, working together, then the outcome can be different. Is there a chance of this outcome being different? If you recognize that, you're divinely protected, okay? Not everybody, everybody has that, honor, but not like that. No, not everybody is divinely protected and sent with a mission. Yeah, that strength. It's that strength. Is it strength? We're lacking that strength. Not believing in yourself. You've got to believe in yourself so that your dreams can come true. And it's that mother energy. There it is. I may not be good at reading out loud, but I know what's going on here, okay? It's this mother energy. Find that strength within yourself. And if you're having trouble, then reach out. Reach out to someone who carries that mothering energy, right? That can help nourish you, that can help nourish your soul with love and with worth, to help highlight that worth in you so you can see it, right? So you can reach what it is you're longing for to complete that mission, right? If you don't have that strength, reach out. Don't keep falling backwards and letting people just take advantage of you like that. Don't be so kind that people are constantly walking on you. Take the proper steps. If you've got a bad feeling and you shouldn't move forward, well, then don't move forward. Listen to your dang intuition. Oh my goodness. I've been a mother for 2 decades now, so need some extra help, please reach out. I'm always here. Always trying to, school's back in session, so I'm definitely a little bit more available during, the weekdays. So, all right. Much love, my dear friends. All right. And I hope this helped. See you soon. Peace.